Hey, you're tuning into a video about analyzing your inventory and the places that you source. And this is the second part of this two-part series, and we're actually using my inventory data to see and learn what we can do with the tracking workbook. So I'm excited to show you a couple of things. I've actually made some notes on the right here to remind myself what we're doing, but I'll be showing you how to make a copy of this tab, talk to you about the ROI and what it means. We'll be excluding some categories, maybe what items we donated or what we kept for personal use. And then we'll look at profit by month and adding subtotals. So some things that I wanted to touch on today. We might dive into more topics as the video goes on. But let's see. So first, I want to make a copy of this because I like this view of the tab, but I want to see different ways. I want to change it up a bit. So I want to see my profit by month by different shopping trips. And so I can just duplicate this tab. So you right click on the tab and select duplicate. It will take a moment, but it will copy it exactly as it was. It'll be referencing the same data, so no worries there. And you want to maybe rename this so you actually know what this tab is going to do. We're looking at the same data as previous video, but I did go shopping again, so yay. So let's see, in the last video we already talked about how these are your available items, these are the sold items and their profit, and this is in total what happened on that receipt. The ROI is return on investment, and so the formula that's being used there is that it's taking K8, which is profit, and it's dividing it by cost. So it's really how much profit over cost did you make. So for example, your profit was $11.40. In total, that sale was $14.40 because you spent $3.30. But that's a 3.4 profit because you took the 3.3 and turned it into $11 more. So that's just a way to see how things are doing. And if you want to see kind of like as I was saying, each row is a different trip, so you can see which one was the most profitable. So it looks like right now this trip is the most profitable. I had a 6.5 return. As you know, this data is a little bit skewed since it's only 2019 sales data, but that's just something to keep in mind, and you can see how profitable different trips are for you. So see how profitable the Goodwill bins are, or how profitable paying up for retail arbitrages for you and things like that. So one of the things to keep in mind when you look at this data is that right now this is pulling your entire inventory tab. So one of the things to keep in mind is that that means your donated items and your personal items, or the items you chose to donate or keep, are still in here. And it's an easy way to actually filter it out. So when you click into the table, which is a pivot table, the pivot table editor comes up. And so you have options for your rows. Right now have your store name, the month you went there, and your purchase date. So you can see that those are your rows. Then for columns, you have, this is a little more detailed, but it's broken out by the status, so available, not available, and then it shows you the cost, profit, and item, the count of the items on that trip. Now, I've actually already put them in, it looks like. I'll take them out. I think I did it on my own, but if you have a fresh off-the-press workbook, those filters won't be there. So what you want to do is you want to add those filters if you want to exclude anything that you purchased for yourself, you donated, that had zero profit, basically. That's just something to consider. It's a personal choice. Okay, so you want to add a filter, and it looks like it might give me trouble, but you want to go down for where it says donated or personal use. So yeah, so donated. I'm going to make sure that it will only show items that I have not donated. And I'm also going to make sure that none of the items I kept for personal use are actually in here. Because sometimes I go to the store and I intentionally buy half my cart is for me, and then I have to end up breaking it out and things like that. So that's why I have that. So it's not for personal use. So you'll see some of my numbers may change, probably not too much, since I did just do my inventory recently. So yes, that's the way to exclude certain items. Another thing that you can filter on is if you only want to look at your shopping trips in 2018. So to do that, again, press Add, and I'll go to the top and then click Year, and you'll have the option of deselecting prior years. Oh, being very sensitive right now. Where did it go? Okay, so I think I just accidentally exited out, but let's try this again. Drop down. So I'm just gonna deselect everything. Okay, let's take a look at what I spent in 2019. I think nothing has sold so far. Probably like, it's very temperamental. Patience is key. Okay, so while that's doing that, you'll see that it's loading. What will happen is that now the purchase date, I will only see my 2019 trip. So you can see that haven't actually sold anything yet that I bought this year. It's been very slow. I've been very busy making these videos. Just kidding. It's been fun. So I'll actually maybe filter out to just 2018 now. And next I want to show you how to look at your profitability by month. And really digging deep into like when you had some really good like sourcing months, for example. So what I will do is I'll actually just want to move the store column over to be on the right, so your month will be the thing that's in the first column. So to do that, you see how there's this 4 cross arrows came up? You could just press on the store and click and drag it. So now the summary will actually be summarized by month, and we can also add subtotals so you can see the month in total. There's I guess 2 ways to see it. You can press the minus sign because then it will just collapse everything. Oh, we already have subtotals. If the subtotals don't automatically show up, you just want to click show totals. So I guess I actually want to show total on the month, so I'm going to check that off. So yeah, maybe you want to see when you had really good sourcing months. Maybe the summers are best for you. Or maybe in December you went to some consignment or ready-made sale and it was amazing. It'll just remind you how amazing that trip was. So yeah, those are some of the things I wanted to go over. I guess I'll take a look and see if I can do some analysis on my trips right now. I'll scroll down to some one or more recent months where I actually have profit. So it looks like this was a big trip. So I had 38 items. And so far 11 have sold this year, and I turned $38 into $166. But my ROI right now is only 1.3 because I still have so much inventory that hasn't sold. So I want to keep raising that ROI as much as possible. Then I guess I want to find another example where I have most of the inventory has sold already. That's probably not going to happen since it's just January sales data. But here's my Dallas haul. As of January 1st, I still had $52 worth of inventory still left from that haul, and I already made a profit of $35. I did pay probably $100 to $150 that trip, so I've already sold through a lot of that. So yeah, eventually I'll add in my prior year's data, my sales and my cost. Right now I just have sales, but alright, so thank you for coming along and watching this video. Hopefully you learned something and it helped, but if you're still confused, just reach out to me on Instagram, email, Etsy. I'm here and I'll respond. So hope you're enjoying the tracking workbook. Have a good one.